The new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com.
You are listening to High School 515, where sports and comedy regain some culture.
And then they probably hung out with that dude. Was like, you know, Lala, Mossy Projects.
Hey, you know Jay. Tell Jigga. You know, I grew up with Jigga. Tell next time you see Jigga, tell him Lala said what's up.
Tell him Lala.
Oh, I don't know who the hell Jay-Z is. You grew up with him. Why you telling me to tell him Lala said what's up? That was some dude in Brooklyn.
I think Lala.
RC Projects.
Lala went to middle school with Jay-Z and they had like PE together for 1 year. And he was like, "That's my boy.
That's my boy, man. You tell him Lala said what's up."
We had one great game of dodgeball together.
I don't know if you looking at my clothes. I can't afford a Jay-Z concert right now.
Yeah.
I'm wearing sweats in this bar.
I relate to Lala.
It's leaning towards 2 Brights.
Yeah, it's leaning towards 2.
Okay, 2 Brights is really bad. That's what you don't want to be at.
It's like, do you know when you watch The Wire and you skip season 2? Yeah. I'd say skip season 8.
Okay. So
for the Bucks.
So it's basically
The Wire season 1 was unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Season 2 made me stop watching The Wire. I didn't know what happened.
Oh, you gotta go back, man. It's worth it.
All right.
Season 2 was that bad. I was like, I can't continue watching the show.
I don't relate to these white people.
No, season 1 was great though. It just changed the show.
It was dry.
I've never watched The Wire, so I wouldn't know any better.
Just watch season 1. You're gonna be like, this is a great fucking show. It's still relatable to this day.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
The characters are unbelievable.
Okay, I might check it out. Aaron, Bright scale, what would you give it?
Can I give your Bright scale 2 Brights?
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I give your scale 2 or 3 Brights?
I don't know why it would.
Because the scale is awful.
That's fair.
I want to give your scale Brights. Oh, here's my scene. You know what? I'm gonna give it 2 Brights just for the fact that I lost. Masendi didn't have a lot of screen time. She didn't get nude. Her eyebrows were on fleek, and when her eyebrows were most on fleek, they decided to kill her. So yeah, in NBA news, today, the Portland Trailblazers knocked off Denver in a Game 7. Damian Lillard, aka Dame Money, Dame Dollar, from West Oakland, right around the corner from here, is coming back home to play the Warriors. Any chance that Portland could win this series?
No.
Be honest.
Will he choke?
There's definitely a chance. Everyone has a fighter's chance, but
no, they don't. Not in NBA.
I told you last week on this podcast that the team that would challenge the Warriors the most would be the Nuggets. They were not good enough to beat Portland, and thus maybe Denver's not where I thought they were, or that Portland just has the right chemistry to beat them. But Portland, 2 undersized guards playing against the Warriors, even without KD, is not a recipe for success. I think the Warriors probably win it in 6, maybe 5. I think Portland's going to win at least 1 game for sure. But
it's not a done deal for the Warriors, though.
It's not a done deal, but this is the team that's the easier path for the Warriors to go against. You don't have to travel to altitude in Denver.
It's not the kind of thinking that throws teams up. Then.
No, I'm not saying that the Warriors should take them for granted, but the Warriors know this team, and this team is also less deep and less skilled all around. It has 2 players. This is what I was talking to my brother about earlier. Denver, better starting 5 all-around talent. Portland, best 2 players. Like the top 2 players on each team, Portland has the advantage. Okay. McCollum and Lillard are better than Jokic and whoever else that they can put out there. And so that ended up playing a key role because McCollum went off for 37.
He went off today.
And got the game winning, or basically sealed the game with the shot late in the game. And yeah, man, I think the Warriors, as long as they stay healthy with what they got, nobody really gets too much more banged up because they're thin now. Then the Warriors should be able to win this series and be in the finals. I don't know. That's me. The Warriors are more diverse in how they can score and how they can attack. And with Enes Kanter on the court now, it's going to allow Andrew Bogut to be that much more of a factor in the game. So I think it's going to be it'll be some close games, but I think the Warriors will kind of win it more handily. I don't know. What about you, Paul? Your basketball expertise, 6'5" man over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold them off without Durant. He was such a big part of the whole team.
He was the biggest player on the team.
He was monumental for everything.
Yeah, but I think what you're gonna be able to see is the Warriors playing more of their old style. They don't have a closer now, so that's gonna be up to whoever can step up and be the closer. It might be Steph. Steph did it the other night. Clay hit a big shot, and that was probably the one thing that they struggled with when they lost to LeBron before KD came, was when the games got tight late. You know, if they weren't hitting their shots, then nobody was attacking the rim consistently, and nobody was being that closer. KD can get a shot anywhere he wants on the court. So him being able to do that and be the closer was vital, and it ended up putting them over the top, beyond over the top though. But I think that they're still the best team, best talent. And they're gonna play a different style without KD. KD is playing a lot more one-on-one ISO ball, and the Warriors now are not gonna be able to rely on that as much, especially in the way that KD runs it. So when they are playing now, they're gonna be moving the ball a lot more. It's gonna be a lot more move the ball, get open shots, a lot more what you used to see with San Antonio Spurs. And kind of like that Greg Popovich style of play. But if games get close, the games are tight at the end of the game. Yeah, I think Damian Lillard's probably the best. You give Portland a chance because of that.
But I also give him a chance because CJ McCollum closed this series. He's a 2-game winner, so he also got ice in his veins.
You got two guys on that team that are willing to take the game-winning shots.
You know why? Because they both were underrated. They both weren't getting a lot of credit, so they both got a lot to play for.
Man, they have that chip on their shoulder, that just something to prove.
They also got a chip on their shoulder because they're also too short to be trying to win a championship. Man, this ain't the Seattle Supersonics of 1996.
And they got chip on their shoulder because they're the only black dudes in Portland. Them and Terrell Brandon.
Oh, no.
Them and the 5 dudes that's in Terrell Brandon's barbershop.
Don't forget my boy Al-Farouq Aminu.
I guess there's like I said, 6 dudes.
Hey, shout out to Portland, Alberta.
Is there an Afro barber up there?
There is. A former NBA player who's from Portland opened it up. It's huge.
Hey, shout out.
It's like the biggest barbershop I've seen.
Shout out to the Alberta Arts District of Portland.
Yes,
I saw some African American culture, some black people, and I thought people weren't
scared anymore.
Dude, we drove by a park, and I was like, damn. I was like, there's some niggas out here. And I was like, this is crazy.
Let's not forget, also while we're in Alberta Art District, what's that, Northeast Portland? That's where Nathan was from. Also while we're out there, Jarrett also bought fried chicken from the liquor store. Almost every day we're out there, even before we went to dinner.
That seems healthy.
But that showed you. That's when we knew we were in the black district.
Yeah.
When they had fried chicken in the liquor store.
Oh, they had a lot of.
They had a lot. Yeah, it was fried up.
They had a selection.
They had a selection of fried chicken.
Yeah.
Was it
fried foods? I didn't eat any of the shit. I'm trying to,
You had a wing.
Was it as good going in as I was coming in?
Yeah, we all tried one wing, but we were already hella high because we were stopped at a club. And see, here's the problem: we go to Portland, and none of the people that I'm with know how to roll anything. So like, I'm out hanging out with some friends like on the last night. So I'm coming back to the apartment. Aaron's like, man, where you at, man? We trying to roll this weed up before we gotta leave.
I smoked one of them that you already pre-rolled.
Yeah, Aaron's like, man, I'm over here trying to roll this thing up, and it ain't working. I'm like, what? It's like, by the time I got back, they were already ready to pass out. They didn't want to smoke.
No, they already fell asleep. Yeah. It was just me still trying to roll it for like 2 hours.
They didn't need you.
Dude, for 2 hours, I was trying to roll that shit, Paul. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
You should have taken one of Rayon's origami classes.
Huh? Do you have fat fingers like me?
You know what? It's not that they fat. It's that these fingers are made for doing other things. And they're not good at rolling.
Opening pickle jars and
yeah, stuff like that. Pickle jars.
Letterboxes.
Caressing. Being able to play instruments.
What instrument do you play? The hairy banjo?
I play a couple. One's the skin flute. The other one's like my boy Hutch said. I just thought about this story today. Hutch was my boy Hutch who played who was teaching me different instruments, including the saxophone. Who played the alto sax and tenor sax. He used to perform with this guy named Ron SL. Hutch was performing with him for years, and I said, Hutch, you keep calling this dude SL. Why is he called SL? And Hutch didn't know why. So I started looking it up while we were in the office one day, and I said, Hutch, I figured out why his name SL. That's his nickname. It means soft lips. And then Hutch turns to me and goes, I guess I better make my nickname LD. I could stop laughing for like an hour. Hutch, so it's a great Hutch story.
Shout out to Hutch Jones sponsorship.
Hutch Jones up in heaven, looking down at this podcast. Hutch LD.
Here, send him a link.
Jones. Hutch, I'm gonna send you a link. I'm gonna send it through Peter, and hey, have a word with him before I get up there, because I don't want him turning me away, like Omar Gooden and Baby Boy. You know, he get up to heaven and St. Peter said, "Turn your ass around, nigga. You ain't want to hear." You know, my road redemption is long. Not as long as some people. You know, it's not as long as Joshua Butt Naked Balahi, General Butt Naked, but it is long.
The OG Butt Naked.
The OG Butt Naked. Is KD Days number? Has he played his last game? Do you think he's gonna play before the year's over?
I think there's a decent chance. Like, he strained his calf. I was like, bro, he's done for this series when he was playing the Rockets. I was like, he's probably done for the Western Conference Finals also.
For a strained calf?
Dude, it's a muscle strain. That's not like, if you roll an ankle, you can come back quicker than that. You pulled or strained or partially tore a muscle. That is totally different. That's tissue. That takes time to heal. Not to mention, it's not going to fire the same way. You roll an ankle, you take that motherfucker up, you be like, man, I'm just going to just run around on this nub best I can.
Yeah, I'm just going to limp around.
A muscle and a ligament damage, like that's totally different.
Is that what they had the prognosis as?
That's what they said. They said it wasn't Achilles, which would have been worse.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I strained my calf. I strained a quad. I strained a hamstring.
I remember you strained a calf playing IM soccer, right?
Dude, no,
back in your prime.
Back in your prime. Well, you must have been out of your prime, or you kept getting hurt.
You know, years
Big
of.
P had to come in.
You know, wild turkey before a game is probably not a good idea. Anyways, yeah, KD, he's done. For until maybe the finals. He might be back for the finals, but he's gonna be. I don't know. It's hard to say. That's a 2 to 4 week injury, and usually if you're trying to be safe about it and smart about it, and even try and get close to 100%, you need to like closer to a month to be even able to say that like you can do that. And granted, he's getting rehab and all that shit, but I think he'll come back in the finals if they make it to the finals, which they should. Is he done with the Warriors?
Yeah,
probably. More than likely, right?
I would say, yeah. If I had to bet, I would say, yeah.
I think he's done what he can here. Like, there's not really much else for him. Like, he's coming into a superstar team.
Yeah.
For an easy ring.
Yeah. A couple easy rings, maybe 3 now.
Yeah,
I just don't.
Do you not want the challenge? Like,
he had the challenge. He played 9 years or 8 years with that challenge.
Yeah, but he can cash out on that challenge. Being like his superstar alumni maestro in some young out.
I think that's why he would leave, is that he can go get a max and basically not have to worry about taking a little bit less to stay on the team. But also, yeah, it'll allow him to cement his legacy as like he tried, or maybe he is successful. But I don't know where else he could go. Like the teams that have money are places that everyone's like, why would he want to go there? He's not going to go there. Or they're places where the media is even more attacking and more in your face and more constant than in the Bay Area. And he's shown he struggles with that. So maybe he's ready to move forward. Bless you, bitch. There you go.
I mean, if I'm in his shoes, I'm trying to get PAID.
He's trying to get that Google money.
He ain't no Google money.
Trying to get that Uber money.
Unless they gonna hire him, he can make. Look, we all know
what
his job is to make money.
Yeah.
We all know what his job is to make money, and it don't have shit to do with sponsoring or staying around some Google headquarters. All they do is get players to come in there to sign autographs, and Google go about making their fucking money and handling their business. Nah, he you know what? His talent, God put him on this earth to shoot that goddamn basketball. He didn't put him on this earth to sell rocks, to sell stocks.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Exactly. So go out there and shoot that hoop. Go to New York. Go wherever you got to go. Make that money. You already got titles. You got everything else. Go have a party. Have a good time. If I was him, I'd be in New York having a good time getting PAID.
I don't know. I think basketball is
the only player that got paid, other than Bobby Bonilla, right? The only player that gets paid after no longer playing off their shoes is Jordan. And LeBron would be the second. There's no one else.
Yeah.
Andre Agassi ain't getting no more Nike money. He ain't getting no Canon camera money.
Yeah, but the KD brand could grow.
Man, that brand, once he's no longer playing, the kids ain't gonna know who the fuck he is.
Maybe.
Because the shoes weren't that great to begin with. They're a bunch of low top shit.
But all the kids have them.
They have them now.
That great. I don't.
They have them now. All the kids. Guess what? All the kids had other people's shoes too. That's no longer around. All the kids had Kobe's. I don't see nobody wearing Kobe's no more. He's done.
Well, yeah. Also,
all the kids had Iversons. Yeah. He's done.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I think
get your money.
I'm not telling him he should take less money. I think he's already made more than enough, and
that's rich for you to say.
I know it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't go make his money. I'm just thinking it really just comes down to what he wants his legacy to be. Avoid money. Don't think about money. Don't think about like what you're, how many titles you won so far. It's like right now from here where you are starting fresh, like a new start. What do you want your legacy to be in the second half of your career?
Man,
I mean, where can he go to build it up? I mean, he's already heard it by going to the Warriors. So where can he go to build it up?
No, I think if you was,
I think the only thing he could do is try to be the second leading scorer all time or the top.
The best thing.
You think you could do it?
So he has to go to a shitty team to do that.
Yeah, but he can't handle any of the New York teams, dude. It's too much.
No, he can't handle it mentally, but maybe he can.
Maybe he can. Maybe he's
mentally.
matured. That's really the only way I see him changing his legacy is if he matures enough to be able to handle the media and goes and balls out in New York. That's the way KD changes and cements his legacy as one of the greatest of all time.
So he just has to deal with the media better?
No, there's two things. He's got to go be in New York, deal with the media better in that spotlight, not be as petty about things with relation. Even though I usually side with most players because I feel like the media creates its own narrative and storylines as it is that aren't out there, and so he speaks out to that. But the other thing is like, him making the extra Twitter accounts and shit like that, and complain about certain things. I'm like, man, like you kind of just, it's part of the job. I get it. Like it's annoying, but you got to be able to handle it a little better. You're not gonna be able to handle it if the soft Bay Area media is getting you that upset. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to New York, motherfucking all the tabloids, all the motherfuckers gonna be up in your business 24/7. And there's not a lot of places like you can't go hide in Black Hawk or like Pleasanton. You know what I'm saying? And have a gated community like New York. They're going to see when you pull up to your hot skyscraper. They're going to see which leftovers from Tristan Thompson you bringing up to your skyscraper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Derek Jeter handled that well though. They saw he let him out with gift baskets and cars to take him home. They saw, and they still work.
And he had a card in there that said, "By taking this gift, you also agree to an NDA, and I'll sue your ass if anything comes out."
Is that real?
Hey, oh yeah. Speak of it, I might go to just to mention Derek Jeter. I might go back to the no cell phone policy in the house.
That's me, Derek Jeter, man. Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter.
When you gonna do the no cell phone policy?
I don't know, man, because I've been thinking the last few times people been over here, they've been on their phone the whole damn time.
Nigga, please hold on, Aaron. You get it. Hold on.
I'm looking up the world of competitive intercollegiate meat judging.
Okay, so
that is actually what I'm looking up.
Aaron just got that on his phone because he was looking at cartridges.
All I did was swipe up, and that's what you saw. I've been on SI.com.
He was looking at naked bitches dancing earlier. It's like
wait. Let's go through my thing. This is what I've been on. Look, SF Gate, Jim Verney.
H3.
What else? Let me see here. Watch Busty Sierra. KD is leaving. He going after the money. He's still soft. His legacy will be better when he retire. Right now, it's a little bit on the shit side for people outside of Oakland area, born and raised at least, even if you live in here and can see outside the Warriors.
Man, he owes nobody nothing.
He don't.
He doesn't. And
he worked hard
that's why
for
I think
his game.
More or less he's gonna probably leave. I think he's like, this is like a part of his career. He wants to validate something else in his career. So we'll see if he can mature up and deal with the media and then win and actually get to the finals a few times. Then
I just saw that picture of Khaleesi at the Houston game. Yeah, she did. Dude, she had a new haircut and she looks hella plain. You right?
I told you, bro.
Dude, she normally looks better than this. She looks plain in this picture. He is right. That bob cut. She got a bad bob cut. She must have got
Are you saying that if she walked up to you in a bar?
No, I'm not saying
she's like, I want you to come home with me. You'd be like, no.
No, but in
you're
the game,
so goddamn plain.
In Game of Thrones, she just like bang in your face, and you're like, oh shit.
AG Smooth don't do one night. AG Smooth one night is just a warm up for him. So I'm gonna have to tell her no, unless you guarantee me 2 nights written in contract. Because you know what? Because when I make a safe word, I make it for days, not for a night.
How do you come up with your safe words?
Very vulnerable, man. How do I come up with my safe words?
Yeah, is it like special for each person?
I just think of whatever word that I might not say during the act,
like
or might not try to make you say during the act.
Like what? Bumblebee?
Man, flugelhorn.
What's a flugelhorn?
Photosynthesis. One time I used supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's what I made. I told her that was her safe word because I was trying to make sure I could get busy and be finished before she get it out.
Am I the only one aroused right now?
I must be.
This table is like 5 inches higher right now.
Because
DJartt stood up.
I also got safe sounds, in case something happened. You got to shake your head while making a certain sound.
Like Roadrunner down there.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. Beep, beep.
Yeah, if you can't breathe, you gotta have certain motions for safe. I try to in the Me Too movements. I got safe everything. You hear that?
Me Too movement.
You hear this alarm? You hear that siren? That's part of my safe word too. Like, hey, worst kind of words, you call this number and the siren gonna come off.
Hey, quick question: do you think Kyrie's done in Boston?
Kyrie should be done. If I'm Boston, I'm done with Kyrie.
Ooh, what do you think, Paul? They're your people.
They're my people.
That's almost racist to say.
Yeah, right.
What, Paul? Your
Paul
people
is a real Irish person.
They have the coon of your people as their logo. Don't you think they should change that?
What's the coon of my people?
The Celtics.
The Celtics.
No, that's Mr. Tato, dude. You gotta.
The dude with the little shillelagh man.
The leprechaun?
Yeah, the leprechaun.
The leprechaun.
They cooning out your people, bro.
Jared is the leprechaun. He is wearing all green too, just to let you know.
I went to an A's game. I had to represent,
Jared
bro.
is dressed like a leprechaun today, just to let you know.
All right, so
He'll be busking on Grafton Street on Sunday morning.
do you think the proud Irish people of Boston should put up with Kyrie Irvin's kind of snarky and curmudgeon-y
I heard they're all
play?
pricks out there anyway.
Oh, exactly.
That's true.
I agree.
I heard that too.
I heard they're pretty racist.
Racist.
Yeah, which is crazy. So it's considered one of the most liberal states.
Yes, it is.
Massachusetts,
It's
right?
crazy.
Do you know it was the last state to integrate its schools? In the 80s. I was old enough. I remember that shit. I was taking a bus to go to school, and Boston was blocking the buses.
Are you serious?
No lie. In Boston, the last city to integrate school, but it's known for its progressive politics.
Oh, because they vote
Fuck
as though
Boston.
everything they vote for is with they're
Catholic Church.
very
The Catholic Church.
they're Catholics. I think they're very
Forgive
open.
me, Father, for I have sinned.
They're very progressive in trying to make sure there's some form of equality. But I think when they vote, when the majority of their mass white voters vote, they're voting with other disadvantaged white people in mind and not necessarily people of color. And then when they see people of color trying to take advantage of that, they're like, whoa, hold on. What kind of monkey business is going on?
Remember when we was in New York and we met those 3 black chicks from Boston?
Yeah.
And I remember what I said to them? I said, damn, you guys left Big Poppy out there by himself.
People of Boston, do they want Kyrie back or no? Or is Kyrie gone? Kyrie trying to play with KD or he's trying to go back with LeBron? I heard he's trying to go back to LA potentially.
That would be great.
Would you put those two together again? You think they could break up the Warriors?
I think, well, the funny thing is, so Kyrie Irvin came out this year and was like, man, I have way greater appreciation for LeBron, basically, and I want to apologize. He basically, in front of the media, was like, I'm sorry to LeBron because the way I behaved towards him.
Yeah, didn't respect him.
When he knew what it took to, like, or he knew the path to be successful and be a champion in the league. He knew the path. Mm-hmm. And whether or not LeBron's path is the same as players from the 80s and 90s or before is obviously it's different. But LeBron knows the current path, especially if you want to be great and how to be a great player. A lot of these players I don't think know how to be great players. I think Aaron would attest to that also.
Yes.
But and to play with a certain distinction of honor, which was at the expense of your rights as a player, but that honor was something that people carried with them. It's a different time in the world. Anywho, Kyrie came out and was like, I'm sorry because I'm seeing what LeBron saw when he was playing with me and the other players in Cleveland, with like how he had to be kind of an asshole to make sure we elevated ourselves to the highest level. And these young guys have a hard time having somebody be an asshole to them when they're not playing
young
up to their levels.
millennials versus older millennials.
More or less.
He was a bit of a visionary, though.
Who?
LeBron. He's like the greatest of all time.
Maybe.
You don't think
Tier
so?
Tier 1. I put him and Jordan in Tier 1.
If you have him on a team, he has got to drag everybody up to his level.
True.
Yes.
And if he's not doing that, he's not doing his job.
Well, I think he could be better. I think.
And if you're not on that team trying to get to his level, to make sure you're worthy to play on that team.
But here's the thing.
Wrong.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you why LeBron is not as good as Jordan to me. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say.
Totally
just listen.
No.
Why Jordan is better than LeBron? And I'll give you. It is a fair argument. LeBron, physically better. All around game, probably better. Right?
And what's your
My argument about Jordan is that he adapted his game
for sneakers.
No. Shout out to police sirens.
They're coming to put you away for this outrageous argument you're going for
you're
here.
getting a lot. No, dude. There's a lot of people that don't believe LeBron's better than Jordan.
You need help,
but
man.
I'll tell you this: why Jordan I think is better than LeBron is because Jordan evolved his game. If LeBron James learned a mid-range jump shot, he would be unstoppable. Like, he didn't do that. Jordan was still an athlete. Paul, you might not have seen as much of Jordan, so it's fair.
I saw Space Jam.
Jordan evolved his game. He was super athletic, super dynamic as a scorer as in his younger years. As he got past his first three-peat, he changed his game. He was older. He changed his game to be more efficient as a shooter. He wasn't always attacking. He attacked when he needed to. He still could do it. But he became so lethal with the mid-range jump shot that, like, basically it was...
He couldn't miss.
It was unstoppable.
Watching him, it was
So, like, as soon as he got the ball, it was going in.
And he was a two-guard with two-guard skills. But, like, it's like having a big man that's a great passer. Because Jordan wasn't a great passer, but he's a really good passer out of that mid-range post, and he helped. That team ran through him in the mid post.
What he also did was he also tried to get everybody involved in the beginning of the game. Like, you would see Jordan wouldn't shoot in the beginning, but then he'll try to get you going so that way you'll be hot for the game and be on. And if you didn't get on, Jordan's attitude was like, we're not losing this shit no matter what.
Yeah,
he didn't want to lose at cards. He didn't want to lose. Dude, it's a great documentary.
Right?
It's a great documentary on the USA Dream Team. And they were like, dude, the dude never slept. They're like, he'll play cards with Magic and Barkley till like 5 a.m, right?
Until he wins.
They said we wake up and then we'll go, and David Robinson's like, we go play golf and we'll play one long ass round for like 4 hours, and we got a game that day. And I'm like, I'm about to go to the hotel and take a nap. And Jordan would be like, I'm about to play another round of golf. He said, here we are in this hot ass sun in Greece, or Spain, Barcelona. He plays another round of golf. He'll play 2 rounds. Go straight to the game, play hard, dominate, and then they were like, dude, he never slept. He had unbelievable energy, and but he wanted to win everything. He couldn't lose. Scottie Pippen told a story once where he challenged Jordan to a game of 1-on-1, and Scottie said, I never scored. He said, I never scored. He said, I never challenged him again either. Right?
Yeah.
He had an unbelievable willpower to want to win everything he did.
I think Jordan's way of winning.
I wish LeBron had that.
LeBron
he's a
doesn't
better
have
athlete if he had that.
See, the thing about LeBron is that he wants to be the player who passes, involves everybody, but he also hasn't evolved his game to make him more efficient at doing that.
He wants to be everyone's friend, where Jordan didn't care about being your friend.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teammates who hate Jordan to this day. They said there's a lot of people who
he
are
punched
out
Steve
the
Kerr in
league.
the face.
He punched Steve Kerr in the face. Steve Kerr said, I've never challenged him again after that. Yeah,
the Warriors.
They were teammates.
They were teammates. Steve Kerr hit some big shots for those teams, but he also passed it to Steve Kerr to hit those shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his whole thing was that Jordan's whole thing was they like practice were horrible. Players hated practice because they had to live up to his standards.
Because he was a piece of shit.
He was a piece of shit that wanted to win, so you had to practice hard. He didn't want to lose in practice.
I mean, it was kind of Jordan's teams, though, right? Like, when he was there, everyone was there to play with Jordan.
He wasn't trying to be friends with anyone, even if you're on the teammate. He wasn't trying to be friends.
It was like you were privileged to play with him, right?
Yeah, but he didn't. He played and practiced harder than anybody out there.
Yeah. I just think what Jordan did as he evolved in his career, LeBron hasn't done. LeBron's gotten better at shooting the 3-pointer. But that's it. But that's the only thing. But that's the only thing LeBron has done. If LeBron learned how to just be a mid-range, if LeBron learned how to shoot the ball the way Jordan did with a fadeaway jumper, nobody could stop him. Nobody. Granted, LeBron wasn't as good a shooter or pure scorer as Jordan. He's relied on his physical abilities way more than Jordan did. Jordan's game evolved into technical skills. LeBron has very good technical skills. I'm not saying he doesn't have good technical skills. I'm saying is that Jordan's craft and how he crafted his game became more and more technical, more so scoring wise than LeBron. And if LeBron could score as efficiently as he does without having to just penetrate every time and basically do that, the offense would run through that. Like, if LeBron had Jordan's game, he'd just be in the high post and just diamond fools up. Like Kyle Korver, he wouldn't be driving and throwing it out to Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver would be able to just shift over a couple steps and catch the ball and shoot because it's coming from the post. It's coming from the mid range. It's a quicker, shorter pass. Mm-hmm. And it's not a longer pass. People don't have as much time to adjust. Yeah. I'm just saying. And also, LeBron could just score at will, basically facing fools up in the mid-range or just popping jumpers on them. But he never did that. He never learned that. He has not learned that. And if LeBron wants to advance and become a title contender again, he's going to have to do that. Because right now, he's had one injury now, It could be 2, 3. You never know. Once you have that first one, it could start going downhill. He's old now. He's getting old.
Do you think the gap between Jordan and the next best guy is the same as the gap between LeBron and the next best guy?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I don't know. I'll let Aaron. I think Aaron says that.
Because it's a totally different game, and you kind of have to compare apples.
Yeah,
to apples,
they
are. You know?
Yeah, and that's why I feel like Jordan is more efficient than what LeBron has been. If LeBron had adapted his game and changed it and subtly molded it as it's gone on, he hasn't molded it. He's been able to craft his own team the last 5-6 years.
He's missing that short range jumper.
He's missing that natural touch as a scorer.
And he's missing that killer instinct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a great instinct. I'm not saying he's not been a great business person. I think he's playing the long game and he's creating his own media company. He's trying to entrench himself. He's trying to be like Jay-Z in the music or whatever, whatever billionaire
he doesn't
status.
know anything to nobody.
But
he can play ball for as long as he wants. He doesn't need to do shit anymore.
Yeah.
But he's not as good as Jordan in that respect.
It's generations.
I like to think about it like this in tiers, right? Instead of just saying who's the best all time. Tier 1, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. That's tier 1. Tier 2 is still the greatest, the next greatest. It's like MJ, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kevin Durant. I put
Bill
in tier
Russell.
2. Bill Russell, Kareem, Shaq,
Julius Erving,
Kobe.
Harding.
Shaq Harding is right. He's getting there. He's at tier 3
because
he can score like no
one.
one.
What about Oscar Robertson? Does he fall into
I didn't get
top
chance
tier
to really
1?
see him, but he might be tier 1.
Yeah,
Tier 2. He might be tier 2.
Do you think? Where would you put Draymond?
Draymond Green does not reach my tier list. He's not. It's like, you know what? When I'm building pyramids, he's one of the people that's carrying the fucking bricks. Like, he's helping me with the slaves to build the pyramid for what tier to wear. He's helping with the slaves because I need a strong back, and that's what Draymond Green is. Just a strong back.
He puts the team on his back though.
That's why he's great to help me carry these bricks. I'm like Pharaoh, and he's like he's like people building pyramids. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to say anything wrong, so I'm gonna stop there. I caught myself just to let everybody know. Aaron Grayson is a Judeo-Christian.
He's
a Judeo-Christian. That means I'm a Christian who basically has a lot of the same beliefs as Judaisms. No, I don't hate Jews. No, I have the same beliefs as Judaisms. I believe in Abraham and everything else, except until Jesus came into play. And then that's when we went our separate ways. But I believe Abraham and his son Isaac. My name is Aaron Grayson. Hell, I got a Jewish name, Aaron.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
You don't get as Jewish as his name.
I just came back from taking the piss. Did you just say Draymond Green is a slave?
Yeah, but that wasn't the worst part of the conversation. I had to catch myself.
You called on me. That
was the easy part of the conversation. It got worse than that.
Oh shit!
It almost got worse. I caught myself. When you said that, Paul,
we'll fix it.
We'll cut that in post.
We gotta fix a lot.
We'll keep it. iTunes, here we come.